Dennis the Menace defied all explanation. He rebounded at will and ultimately crafted a legacy as complex as anyone in NBA history. This is the story behind Dennis Rodman. Welcome to the HOOPLA, where we bring the fire and ignite the NBA's hottest debates and discussions. From controversial trades to jaw-dropping dunks, we dive deep into every aspect of the game, leaving no stone unturned. Born in Trenton, New Jersey on May 13, 1961, Rodman's single mother Shirley juggled 4 jobs to keep the family afloat. This left young Rodman craving the affection and support he simply couldn't live without. The family later relocated to Oak Cliff, a crime-infested neighborhood in Dallas, Texas, where Rodman's shyness made it difficult for him to make friends. Naturally, Rodman's introverted personality made him a target for bullies in high school. The only time the young boy found peace was when he escaped into the basketball court in his local gym. The court became Rodman's little sanctuary where he could finally break free from his shell. Although he loved the game, he wasn't the best basketball player in his family. Playing alongside his talented sisters, they would often beat Dennis unknowingly, starting the building process of what would become the Worm. Unfortunately, after completing high school, Rodman found himself without any college offers, and to make matters worse, his mother kicked him out just because he couldn't find a job. Homeless and directionless, Rodman slept in his friend's yard and borrowed clothes to get by, unaware of the incredible journey that lay ahead. But every day, like clockwork, Rodman could be found at the gym, hooping away all his worries. Surprisingly, his homelessness didn't dampen his spirits, as he still remained upbeat. Rodman eventually landed a janitorial job at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, but it was short-lived. After breaking into an airport shop and stealing watches, he was arrested. Although he escaped charges, he still lost his job. Nevertheless, Rodman was still full of determination as he joined Cook County Junior College in Dallas. However, poor grades led to him dropping out after one semester. But as his academic performance dipped, his height dramatically increased from 5'9" to 6'7" over a summer. A transformative summer basketball camp followed, where Rodman met 13-year-old Bryn Rich, who was grappling with the accidental shooting of his friend. The two troubled souls became the best of friends, and Rodman found happiness with Bryn's family, who provided the emotional support he so desperately needed. While at the camp, scouts took notice of Rodman's newfound talent. Things began to look good, especially after Rodman's mother invited him back home if he promised to get a job. But tensions soon resurfaced as Rodman was about to get kicked out again, and just as Rodman was about to leave, a life-changing knock on the door finally closed the curtains on Rodman's chaotic childhood. Upon opening the door, Rodman was approached by 2 coaches who invited him to participate in a basketball team tryout, offering him an opportunity to secure a scholarship. Skeptical at first, Rodman agreed to work out with Reisman and Hedden at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. A game of horse convinced Reisman that Rodman was a perfect fit for the school's basketball team. Rodman flourished at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, averaging 25.7 points and 15.7 rebounds per game over 3 years. As a 3-time NAIA All-American, his college career was nothing short of stellar. After continuously showcasing his immense talent, Dennis Rodman defied the odds, making it to the NBA after everybody in his life had given up on him. Detroit proved to be the perfect fit, as the Pistons fostered a family atmosphere in their locker room. Coach Chuck Daly became a father figure to Rodman, providing support in more ways than one, as the Pistons' bad boy image fueled an us-against-the-world mentality. Thanks to the strong bond forged among the players, Rodman transformed into a star as he was crowned the NBA Defensive Player of the Year in consecutive years, whilst leading the Pistons to back-to-back championships. But Rodman fell from the heavens in October 1993 after the Pistons went through a series of bad changes. Coach Daly had left the team, Isaiah Thomas was a shadow of his former self, and Rodman was traded to the San Antonio Spurs. While still with the Pistons, Rodman spiraled into a deep depression. Coach Daly's departure and his wife's divorce, coupled with being denied access to their child, left him broken beyond repair. What hit Rodman the hardest was the loneliness in his life after losing everything he held dearest: the Pistons, his coach, his wife, and his children. One tragic night, Rodman wrote a suicide note and left it with a friend before counting down his last moments in his car with a loaded shotgun. Fortunately, he fell asleep and was awakened by the police. The NBA fined Rodman $25,000 and he paid the cameraman $200,000 to drop fifth-degree assault charges. But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Rodman's battle with alcoholism nearly cost him all his friendships, and his relationships with famous celebrities like Carmen Electra and Madonna were more than just chaotic. One of Rodman's most iconic stories is about the time where he brought a casino game to a screeching halt to answer a call from Madonna. It appeared that the Queen of Pop wanted nothing but to have sex with Dennis Rodman. During a 2019 interview on The Breakfast Club, Rodman spilled the beans about his romance with the Queen of Pop. The five-time NBA champion revealed that Madonna rang him up while he was busy gambling in Las Vegas, proposing not only a steamy encounter but also the possibility of having a baby together. When Charlemagne asked Rodman if he regretted not fathering a child with Madonna, Rodman's response shocked the world. According to Rodman, Madonna offered him a whopping $20 million if he got her pregnant. The Last Dance documentary highlighted a notorious incident where Michael Jordan had to retrieve Rodman from Las Vegas during a temporary holiday granted by Coach Phil Jackson. Rodman's 48-hour Vegas extravaganza with Carmen Electra ended with Michael Jordan finding them in bed together. Despite this, Jordan successfully brought Rodman back, and the Bulls went on to win their third consecutive championship. Rodman became a five-time NBA champion thanks to his insane talent to find flaws in the opposing team. It's fair to say that the Bulls would never have won the second three-peat without Rodman. After the Bulls' final three-peat, Rodman joined the Dallas Mavericks for the 1999-2000 season. But his time there was anything but smooth, with all sorts of clashes with the team and NBA officials. The Dallas News made several headlines about some of Rodman's wildest moments in Dallas, getting technical fouls, arguing with refs, and even calling himself a marked man in the press, while accusing the NBA of being biased. And he didn't hold back on criticizing his teammates and owner Mark Cuban either. At one point, Rodman said, "I figured I'd come here, bring some excitement, some energy to this team, but for some reason, we're just not getting that team effort." And later he added, "We're like that movie, Lost in Space. We've got no sense of direction. We're lost. There's not much else to say." After retiring in 2006, Rodman left behind a career filled with incredible highs and wild moments, including a wrestling match with Karl Malone in WCW's Bash at the Beach. Post-retirement, Rodman raised lots of controversy for his unlikely friendship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, whom he called a friend for life. Rodman took part on a thrilling adventure with the Harlem Globetrotters and a band of vice journalists to meet the infamous dictator. After Rodman and Kim were seen to be having the time of their lives, human rights activists demonized Rodman for referring to Kim as a friend for life. Against all odds, this bizarre friendship continued to grow, leading to numerous adventures in North Korea. Fast forward to January 2014, Rodman ignited controversy once again after serenading Kim Jong-un with a happy birthday song before seemingly bowing down to him in a basketball court. Touted as the greatest rebounder of all time, Rodman was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2011, an honor he rightfully deserved. He was also recently named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. As NBA fans, we hope the Worm continues to live a happy life and to continue to always be himself. That's the greatest thing any of us can do, to be ourselves. Thanks a bunch for watching. Be sure to leave a comment, and before you leave, why not subscribe and leave a like on the video? See you next time.